Hello, smart investors. I'm super excited to welcome you to our today's episode of Real Estate Made Easy with Beckley Consult. Today, we'll be discussing an important topic, which is land awaiting excision, the good versus the bad. To start with, what is an excision? By law, we understand that every land in every state belongs to the government of the state. That is, land in Nigeria belongs to the federal government, and land in Lagos State, or your state, Osun State, and so on and so forth belongs to the government of each of those states. So, government realizes that there are individual ancestral owner of the land, and of course, there is need for those people who have been in the community before now to also have a right to their land. But then, government also understand that for the general well-being of everyone, government tends to acquire certain land to their own benefit, which is for the benefit of all of the citizens. Now, a land is said to be committed or is said to be free. Those are the two things that can happen to a land. A land are either acquired or they are free. And there are two forms of acquisition: committed acquisition and general acquisition. So, if a land is under a committed acquisition, for instance, or a general acquisition, a land that's under committed acquisition is actually a no-go area. It means that government has specifically marked out that land for a particular purpose. For instance, provision of infrastructure such as like the Fort Mainland Bridge, in an international airport, a general hospital or a teaching hospital, and so on and so forth. Now, if a land is such land is a no-go area. If you buy such land, you're only occupying the land temporarily till the government is ready to kick you out, and then there won't be any compensation whatsoever. However, if a land is under a general acquisition, it means that the community can still apply to what is called excision from the government, so that the land can be released to them for their own benefit. So if a land is under is now released, so excision is a form of what? Taking a part from a whole. So if a whole, let's say about 10 or 20 acres of land has been under a government general acquisition, and then the community applied, okay, please community, government, we the member of the community also need this portion of land for the development of our own region, and for the betterment of ourselves. So please, we need certain portion of this land. So perhaps now the community apply for, out of the 20 acres, for instance, okay, now government may decide to give them about 10 out of the 10 acres that the community have applied for in form of excision. So the part that is released to the community now, if government grant that, is called excision. And now it's going to be an official government of it's going to be in an official record of the government known as the Gazette. So a land that is excised, meaning that has been given to the community, is what the community have the right to sell. It's what the community have the right to develop or to give out. Now, if you and it's a 50-50 thing. So you must understand the basic thing that goes on with buying a land with excision in process. That is a land that is awaiting excision, or a land that excision has not been granted. It's a 50-50 situation. Government might be kind enough to release the land as requested by the community, and government might decide not to release. So it means that if government did not release the land, and you go ahead to still buy the land and go ahead to build the land, you are still occupying the land illegally. And once government is ready, you might still be kicked out without any compensation. But if on the other hand you are very fortunate, and then the government releases the land, it's of benefit to you. So what does it now entail for a smart investor like you who is aspiring to buy a land? Which way should you then go for? Should you buy a land that's awaiting excision, or should you buy a land that the excision has been granted? I believe with this you understand which to go for. On a fairer note, or on a lighter note, if you are buying from a reputable company, a company that knows a real estate company with a proven track record, who has truly, in conjunction with the community, have applied for a decision, and they are so sure that yes, this in this case she will ask for the decision file number, that will enable you to track it from the land bureau or from the Surveyor General's office, for instance in that of Alausa for Lagos and that of Office of the General Office of each state. That will enable you to check, when you check it, to be able to know the true nature of the land. So if you are buying a land that is under excision in process, and truly that place has been applied for, it means that the government might decide out of the 10 or 20 acres that those community might have applied for, might give them portion to the community. So you might be lucky that wherever it is that is given to those people, you are one of those people that benefit from it. But to save your, so in this way, you know what you are going into. Please do not, and again, you have to be very careful. Many people put excision in process on it as a title for a land, and which in reality they are not even possessing any excision. So that's another cause for concern. If at least you know that a company that is possessing excision is on the way of getting the excision or not, compared to one that is not even possessing it, and then you might just be told that the excision in process, excision in process. So do not be carried away by the title excision in process. Ensure that if it's truly in process, do you have the file number? Can you trace it? And then, do you actually even wish to buy a land that is excision in process when you can buy one that the excision has been granted? I hope with these few points, you know what it entails by having a land as a title called excision in process. Should you need further information, further clarification on how to go about getting land title, getting genuine land document, getting a good land for your real estate investment, and getting a smart investment in real estate, a strategic location where huge return on investment is realistic within a short time, do not hesitate to contact us for help on how to get started. Beckley Consulting remains committed towards your success and will remain keen toward giving you the best of value for your real estate investment. Stay tuned for more information as we keep updating you on beneficial knowledge to guide your real estate journey to make it a easy and a successful one. Thank you so much for staying tuned. Please feel free to like this video, to share to your loved ones, and of course to drop in your comment. If you have any questions, please feel free to drop them. We'll be glad to attend to your questions. Our hotline, should you have any questions, remains in 081 8496 4460. I sincerely thank you so much for staying tuned. Please enjoy the rest of your day. Cheers.